I've witnessed individuals with substantial incomes yet hollow spirits, and those with little who laugh louder than millionaires. Understand this: money doesn't mend your mind, and relentless hustle won't heal your heart. Wealth without inner peace is merely pressure, and happiness without purpose is simply a distraction. If you seek both, then cease pursuing fleeting noise and begin constructing a solid strategy. This isn't about taking shortcuts or putting on a forced smile. It's about cultivating 7 habits that will empower you financially and strengthen your inner self. Being wealthy is meaningless if you still wake up feeling exhausted, anxious, and isolated. Let's be honest, true success encompasses both sides of the coin. It's not solely about the money in your bank account. It's also about tranquility within your spirit. It's not just about public acclaim, but about how you feel when the crowd disperses. Applause fades, online likes vanish, and trophies gather dust. But you must live with yourself. When the external noise subsides, you must confront the quiet aftermath of your own choices. You've got to look in the mirror and ask, am I proud of this or am I just performing? Because you can't deposit happiness and you can't spend peace, but you need both. If you want to truly live, some people are drowning in money, but starving for meaning. Others are smiling all day, but quietly broke every night. What good is owning the building if your soul is crumbling inside it? Balance isn't a myth, it's a method. But that method requires maturity, it requires discipline, and it requires you to stop glamorizing burnout as ambition. You say you want success, then define what that actually means, because if your definition doesn't include joy, health, instead of pursuing another's aspirations, focus on your own journey toward clarity, peace, and purpose. This isn't accidental. It begins when you prioritize sanity over mere success, impact over income, meaning over fleeting moments, and above all, alignment. This shift in focus is crucial, as many chase results without establishing effective systems. People often desire freedom without structure, joy without discipline, wealth without management, love without self-respect, success without sacrifice, and peace without the necessary pruning. This leads to being trapped in a cycle of burnout and blame, clinging to the false belief that more work will bring relief, or that another win, deal, or financial gain will silence their inner turmoil. It won't. You cannot escape the lack of an inner strategy. The belief that relentless effort, manifestation, or enduring pain with a smile is sufficient is a harsh truth to confront. If your habits are trash, your life will stay messy no matter how much money you touch. And if your mindset is poisoned, no amount of therapy, quotes, or vision boards can save you. You don't rise by accident, you rise by design. So what's the solution? You build daily strategy, not just goals, principles, not just desire. Discipline, not just noise. Non-negotiables. You show up for your mind like you show up for your money. You build a system that keeps you grounded. When life gets loud, you build rituals that protect your spirit, the same way passwords protect your bank account. Because wealth and happiness are not separate roads, they're built on the same. Achieving a life of wealth and happiness isn't a matter of luck, hope, or people-pleasing. It's a deliberate construction, built brick by brick through intentional decisions, boundaries, habits, and belief shifts. It's about aligning your values with your vision. Today, we'll explore 7 practical strategies to cultivate both financial prosperity and inner joy. These aren't empty promises, but actionable steps to help you not only appear successful, but genuinely feel successful, whole, balanced, and powerful. Let's start with the first strategy: mastering your mornings. The first hour of your day is crucial. It's where your mind becomes either a powerful asset or a crippling weakness. If you begin your day by immediately succumbing to chaos and external noise, you're already at a disadvantage. Winning the first hour is key to winning the entire day. If you want to transform your life, begin not with your goals, but with your mornings. You already lost the first battle. Let's get real. How you start determines how you carry everything else. If your morning is rushed, reactive, scattered, your day becomes a blur. You're chasing, not leading. You're reacting, not creating. But if your morning is structured, still, and intentional, that's when things shift. That's when you stop playing defense with your life. You want peace. Start your day in silence. You want wealth. Begin with clarity. You want happiness. Build habits that fuel your spirit before the world has a chance to distract you. A powerful morning is not about being perfect. It's about owning the first hour, like your life depends on it. Take control of your mornings. This is your chance to reset, align your thoughts with your values, and match your mindset with your goals. Successful individuals don't leave their mornings to chance. They don't plunge into chaos hoping for calm later. Instead, they direct their energy from the moment they wake up. They reflect, plan, and breathe, setting their intentions. Starting your day with strength ensures you carry that strength throughout. Conversely, beginning with noise, distraction, or mindless repetition will drag that negative energy into every room you enter and every decision you make. You don't need a 3-hour routine. Consistency is key. Wake up, breathe, reflect, and move with clarity. Even 15 minutes of silence and thought, a simple walk, journaling, or a quiet reminder of who you are becoming can make a difference. The world will try to rush you, and pressure will try to distract you, but your mornings are your sacred ground. How you treat this time reveals how seriously you approach your life, because the person who commands the morning commands the trajectory of their entire day. So, if you're serious about wealth, if you're serious about peace, if you're serious about rising from where you are to where you're meant to be, then stop waking up by accident. Start waking up on purpose. Number 2, respect money like it's a mirror, because it is. Let's stop pretending. Money is just numbers. Your financial situation mirrors your habits, mindset, fears, and discipline. True wealth isn't about having a money problem. It's a management problem. You might believe you need more income, but what you truly need is clarity. Getting paid more won't fix your stress if you mismanage small amounts. Larger sums will disappear even faster. Money amplifies who you are. Carelessness will expose you, while intentionality will reward you. Fear will make it vanish, but purpose will make it flow. Wealthy individuals don't just earn more, they manage more. They respect every dollar, tracking, planning, and learning. Every dollar has a purpose, contributing to a larger vision. Consider this: if you received $100,000 today, would it multiply or disappear? Your answer reveals everything. Do not worship or disrespect money. Instead, use it with intention. Prioritize saving before spending and investing before impressing. Buy to improve, not to prove. Wealth isn't merely about your bank balance, it's about the relationship you cultivate with money. Disrespect it, and it will always elude you. Number 3, build unshakable self-discipline, even when no one's watching. If you want wealth and happiness, there's one skill you can't fake: self-discipline. The grind is easy when people are watching, when the lights are on, when the camera's rolling, when the world is clapping. You show up, you post the highlight reel, you flex the progress. But let me ask you something. Who are you when nobody's watching? Because that's where real wealth is built. That's where real peace is formed. In the quiet, uncelebrated moments where you choose discipline over desire, you want to be unstoppable, then stop relying on motivation. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes, but discipline, that's character, that's muscle, that's commitment in motion. Even when your feelings say, not today. You don't rise by doing what feels good. You rise by doing what's necessary. Discipline is waking up when you said you would. Discipline is sticking to the budget. When temptation screams, discipline is putting in the reps when nobody's clapping and nobody's watching. And let me tell you, success doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most consistent. If you do the right thing one time, great. If you do it every single day, now you're dangerous. Now you're unshakable. Now you're building something the storms can't touch. People want rich lives with lazy effort. They want peace without sacrifice, but you only get out what you're willing to put in. Discipline doesn't restrict you. It frees you. It frees you from chaos. It frees you from regret. It frees you from waking up 10 years from now wondering, what if I had just committed? You want wealth? You want happiness? Then master your choices. Because when you become the kind of person who does what needs to be done, whether you're tired, bored, or alone, there's nothing you can't create. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and everything you say you want. Number 4, choose people who strengthen your spirit, not just your status. If you want real wealth and deep happiness, you have to start being ruthlessly selective about who you keep around you, because people are energy. People are influence. The people around you significantly influence your life. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift your confidence and encourage your dreams. Beware of those who, through small conversations, cynical remarks, or sarcastic laughter, sow doubt and undermine your growth. Their negative energy, though sometimes disguised as concern, can permeate your being. Your inner circle either propels you forward or pulls you back. There's no neutral ground. If those closest to you fail to challenge you, disrespect your progress, mock your aspirations, or trap you in past narratives, it's time for a change. Some people prefer you to remain small because your growth highlights what they're avoiding in their own lives. However, this is your life, your purpose, your journey. You cannot allow negative influences to dictate your high-impact destiny. If your dream is big, your support system better be strong. You need people who speak accountability, not excuses. People who push you when you're slipping. People who celebrate when you win and correct you when you drift. Wealth isn't just built with dollars. It's built with decisions, and one of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make is this: who gets access to me? Protect that access like your life depends on it, because it does. You want to go further, faster, get around people who are already moving, people who talk strategy, not gossip, people who build, not blame, people who remind you of your future, not your past, because in the end, you won't rise higher than the people you surround yourself with. Choose wisely, for your wealth and happiness hinge on it. Number 5, purpose should be your foundation, not merely an accessory. Let's be clear, success devoid of purpose is simply motion. It may appear impressive externally, but it's hollow within. You might possess the car, the clothes, the cash, yet if you lack a reason to rise each morning, you're merely running on a treadmill, moving swiftly but getting nowhere. Purpose isn't a mystical destination discovered in a journal prompt. It's a daily choice, a deliberate alignment between your values and your actions. When you build your life around purpose, everything transforms. Your goals cease to be about ego and begin to focus on impact. Your work transitions from being exhausting to becoming meaningful. Even your pain starts to make sense, as you've linked it to something grander than mere survival. Many people pursue results, desiring the outcome without understanding the why. They want the house without building a home. They seek attention without having anything worthwhile to say. Ultimately, purpose is the sole force that can sustain you through pain. Because when things get hard, and they will, it's not money that'll save you. It's not followers. It's not applause. It's purpose. It's that fire in your chest that says, I'm not doing this for vanity. I'm doing this for legacy. I'm not running for trophies. I'm building for something bigger than me. Purpose gives pain a direction. Embrace the journey. From failure to fulfillment, true wealth and happiness emerge when we transform challenges into wisdom and fuel our endeavors with purpose. If our work lacks soul, success will feel empty. When our efforts are without reason, riches will bring no reward. However, when our mission guides our ambition, we don't just achieve, we evolve. We build a life worth living, creating genuine wealth, happiness, and power. Simplicity, the path to unwavering focus. Focus is an extraordinary strength. Many people don't falter due to weakness, but because they are spread too thin. Too many paths, too many distractions, too many external voices diverting them from their own course. They possess talent, but lack concentration. Wealth isn't forged in disarray, and happiness cannot thrive amidst clutter. An overwhelmed mind leads to an overwhelmed life. We don't need to do everything. We simply need to consistently do the right things. To succeed, stop seeking approval from others. Instead, eliminate anything that doesn't advance your mission. When life becomes too noisy, your true purpose is overshadowed. Greatness isn't born from busyness, but from clarity, laser focus, and a dedication to simplicity. Observe those who are most successful. They don't excel at 100 tasks. They perform a select few with meticulous precision. They shed the unnecessary, disregard false commitments, and cease chasing fleeting trends, remaining steadfast to what is purposeful. That's how you build wealth, by focusing your energy like a laser, not a flashlight. That's how you protect your happiness, by keeping your plate light and your vision heavy. So ask yourself, what do I need to drop in order to rise? What habits, what noise, what empty tasks have I been clinging to that are silently stealing my peace? Because every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to something life-changing. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less better. Simplify, prioritize, focus, and suddenly, everything starts to make sense. The fog clears, the pressure lifts, the results multiply. Because a focused mind is a wealthy mind, and a focused life is a happy one. Number 7, stay humble. Stay hungry. The work is never over. If there's one thing that destroys both wealth and happiness, it's comfort, not peace, but complacency. The moment you think you've made it, the moment you believe the grind is over, that's the same moment your growth starts dying in silence. You see, real winners never retire from self-mastery. They don't hit a goal and then disappear into ease. They understand this life isn't a destination, it's a rhythm, a flow of growth, setbacks, clarity, and constant adjustment. You want to be truly successful, then stay humble enough to keep learning and hungry enough to keep going. Pride will fool you into thinking you're above the basics, but the basics are what build empires. The fundamentals are what keep you sharp. When the pressure rises, you never outgrow discipline. You never outgrow accountability. You never outgrow the grind. The richest souls I've met, they're still students. They ask questions. They seek feedback. They don't pretend to have it all figured out. Because when you stop learning, you stop leading. And when you stop working on yourself, life starts working against you. So stay hungry, not desperate driven, not frantic focused. Hunger keeps your feet moving even when you're tired. It reminds you why you started. It protects you from the ego that wants to relax after one small win. And humility, that's your anchor. That's what keeps you grounded. When success tries to blow up your head, it reminds you that you're not doing this just for praise. You're doing this for purpose, for the people watching, for the future version of you who's depending on this moment. So don't just aim to get rich. Don't just aim to get happy. Aim to keep growing every day, every season, because the work is never over. And the moment you accept that, you become unstoppable.